Alright guys, so for the first thing that I do when I start my makeup is moisturize my lips and moisturize my face. I have very oily skin, so moisturizing for me works good, so that way I don't get so oily throughout the day. I still get oily, that's just gonna happen because I have oily skin, but this kind of keeps it to a minimum. So I'm going to moisturize, and this is Watermelon Gold Pink Juice Moisturizer that I got from Sephora. It's for oily to combination skin. I used it for the first time yesterday and I actually really liked it. It didn't leave me so oily, so I'm going to definitely start adding a moisturizer into my routine for sure. So I'm just going to put this all over my face. And then we're going to want to moisturize them lips because you can't have no crusty lips. And I'm just using Vaseline. Moisturize. Oh, I want to moisturize, especially now that it's becoming hot. Gotta stay moisturized. Okay, so after we moisturize and everything, we are going to prime our face. This is a key thing for me because I am super oily, and the Erborian Extra Matte Ultra Mattifying Primer Shine Control, it works. Like, it doesn't like work, but it does definitely keep me matte for sure in the right areas. So I'm going to take a small amount, focus this like in my T-zone, the main places I get oily, which is in this area right here is where I get crazily oily. Crazily? That's not a word. Where I get like super oily. So I just focus it there. You know, I put it all over the face basically, but the main places that I focus are in my T-zone. I'm going to just smooth that out all over the face. And if you have oily skin, I do recommend this Erborian primer. It's actually really good. I do recommend it, you guys. So if you're oily like me. So now on to my eyebrows. And as you guys can see, my eyebrows are however they want to be. I don't have a shape. They're just like whatever. I do my eyebrows myself, so I just swing it pretty much. However they come out, they come out. They'll be sisters one day, they'll be cousins the next. It is what it is. So for my eyebrows, I use the NYX eyebrow gel in the color Espresso, and I just put it on a little jade, what is this called? A jade tombstone, I think. And then the brush that I'll be using is a Zoeva brow brush. I love this brush so much. It's the one. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do the brows. And with this stuff, the NYX brow gel, it's very pigmented. You need just a little bit, like a dab will be good for you. Like, you don't need a lot. It's very pigmented. Your eyebrows can come out looking like Sharpies in a minute, so be careful with this stuff. When I use it, I dab my brush in it. You guys aren't going to be able to see, but I dab my brush in it and I'd like dab off the excess. That's how I do it. I can't talk and do this, so you guys will just see how I do my brows, because if I talk, then I can come right. And for me, I like natural eyebrows. With this, I can sometimes get those Instagram eyebrows where they're like super defined, super arched and dark and like perfect to the T. But I found with the minimal makeup that I use, I can do my eyebrows way too dark. So I'm in the process of learning how to do them a little bit lighter and not so defined. I like the bushy brow, and I'm using a very light hand. And for me, I like my eyebrows to be a little bit natural. Like, so I don't mind if like there's spaces in between, like gaps, like right here. I don't mind if that shows. That gives them that even more natural appearance. I can do this in like this makeup routine, you guys. It's super simple, super easy, very beginner friendly. This is like the no makeup look, basically. You really can't tell that I have on makeup. It just looks like skin. So, and I can take forever on my eyebrows, you guys. I can spend hours doing my eyebrows, just perfecting them. This is the part that takes me the longest, honestly. Like, this part, my eyebrows, can take me the longest time. Like, I can spend forever doing my eyebrows. I'm learning to not spend so much time on them. But hey, us girls, we love eyebrows. Like, eyebrows frame the face. Like, eyebrows are everything. So now I'm going to go in and clean them up to give them that even more defined type of look, to make it look like I just got them waxed, even though we didn't. We're about to finesse the game. So the concealers that I love to use are the LA Girl Pro Conceal Oldies but Goodies. I love these so much. They work for me, and I believe if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I've been using these since I could wear makeup, basically. They do the job, and I don't have to like search for my color. They have my exact color. So this one, to clean up my eyebrows, I'm going to be using the color Toffee, which is just like a light color, what I use to clean them up, and it's also like a brow bone highlight. And the brush I'm using is an e.l.f. concealer brush, short strokes. Okay, so now eyebrows are complete. Now face is primed, everything's ready to go. So this is a part that makes it so simple, so easy, and what I love and why it's a no makeup, natural, everyday type of a thing is because I don't use foundation. I don't like the way foundation feels. It's too heavy on my face. I just don't like foundation, liquid foundation. I don't wear it. The only thing I wear is concealer. And this is Toffee from LA Girl Pro Conceal. This color matches me perfectly, in my opinion. I feel like it matches me perfectly, and I just put it in my eye area where I have my dark spots. I like the look of natural looking skin. So any imperfections I have that don't get covered up with this or the powder, it is what it is. It doesn't bother me. I like it like that. So all I do is I just squeeze them out, and I have like 5 of these in my makeup drawer. Like, I stock up. So I just put it here under my eye. That's all I do. Put it here in a triangle motion like you would if you were highlighting. One eye. And it goes so quick, you guys. Like I said, I can do my makeup in 10-15 minutes at most. I don't wear eyeshadow. I mean, I can do eyeshadow, but it's not natural, you know, and it takes time. That's what I do. Just those 2 triangles under my eye. I blend it out with a brush. I got this brush from like AliExpress or something, I don't know. But it's like a dome. It's like a dome shaped brush. It's very, very dense on the top, and all I do is I pat it in. I just pat. Pat, 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 pat. And I do my eyelids. Blend in that concealer from my eyebrow, and we're just patting it in, you guys. Pat, 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 pat. We don't want to swipe it. We don't want this to move. I don't want it to move. So we're just going to pat it. Look up to get underneath that eye, and this just automatically takes away your dark circles. Like, just like perfect. Like, you look flawless. I don't know, like, it just looks so good to me. Like, you don't need all that foundation. In my opinion, I just don't like the feel of it. People, they're like, if it's not full coverage, it's not for me. But for full coverage, it's not for me. is not for me. And this does dry pretty quickly, so you want to move a little fast. And that's why I pat it, because once you pat it, it stays in place. I don't want to swipe it all over and move it around. Get the nose. Whatever, that's all that I put on my face. And whatever's on the brush, I just place it. Don't mind my lace, y'all. And whatever is on the brush, I use on the rest of my face. But I don't add any more product. So now I highlight. Sometimes I highlight, sometimes I don't. It just depends, and I use a light coverage highlighter, and the one I use is the Fit Me concealer in the color Cafe. This just gives me that natural highlight, and I just do two lines. And I just do 2 lines like that, and then I go in with a damp beauty blender. So it's damp, my beauty blender is damp, and I'm just going to go in and buff it out, and this just gives me, you know, a highlight. I just blend it out, and to me this just looks like skin, like it's super natural. Boom, that's all of the liquid we're about to do. Now we're going to move on to powder. To set my under eyes, I use the Laura Mercier in Translucent. I'm going to be using a Morphe sponge to set it. Get nice in the creases, so that way when your eye folds, you look down, your makeup won't crease. That's another trick to the trade, you feel me? Need more, put more. I bake because I'm oily, so I let this sit on my face, and I cut it like I have on eyeshadow. So like right here, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And I just dab it on my face like that, and then I take some more and I dab out my eyelids like this, and I set them. We're just going to let our powder bake under our eyes just for a little bit while we, powder the rest of our face. Since we didn't put any concealer all in these areas up here, I go in with a powder foundation and a flat top kabuki brush, which is a little dense. And this is the L'Oreal True Match powder foundation in the color Cocoa. So I use these two to powder the rest of my face. So I do like a powder foundation, I guess you can say. And I just dab it in there and I pat. And like I told you guys, I pat, pat, pat. I pat, pat, pat. I don't swipe, I pat, pat, pat. So once you are done powdering your face, we're going to go in and bronze. For me, I don't contour, I don't cream contour, I don't do any of that, because I have like this little, it's a dark mark, but I call it my permanent contour. So I have this, so I just enhance it. Honestly, I use that as my contour. And I'm going to use, what is this? Black Radiance Ebony powder. I'm going to be using this with a Bare Essentials angled kabuki face brush, and I'm just going to lightly dab it in there because this is pigmented. And now we're just going to highlight. And the highlighter I use is LA Girl Strobe Light Strobing Powder in the color What. I've hit pan on this bad boy. When I use this highlighter, you guys, the astronauts can see me. That is how beautiful it is. I've had this for about a year, so you get a lot of product in it. Don't sleep on Drugstore, you guys. Like I'm telling you, don't sleep on Drugstore. Like all my products are Drugstore, and you couldn't even tell me different. Like they're high end to me, okay? So the brush I'm going to be using is the e.l.f. Small Tapered Blush Brush. It comes to a little point at the top. I'm just going to dab it in. This is very pigmented, so you don't need a lot. Splash for your everyday. I really don't highlight because I'm very, very oily anyway. And we're just going to put it right here on the tops of our cheeks. So I'm not going crazy with the highlighter because this is my everyday. And I'm oily, so I'm not trying to really enhance much of my oils. So I'm just going right here very lightly. C shape, apples of the cheek, just hugging the face, going up. That's it. Just a light highlight, not going too crazy. And to set all those powders, I just started doing this part. My sister bought me this. It is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I like it. It sets the powders. I normally would just let the powder set into my face by themselves. I wouldn't set my face, but as of recently I started doing this and I like it, so I'm just going to mist, put on some mascara, get ready for eyelashes. I always use eyelashes, even though I'm doing a natural look. I have to have on eyelashes. My eyelashes are non-existent. They're super small. I do believe my bottoms were supposed to be on the top. My bottom eyelashes, because my bottom eyelashes are super long. Which, I mean, I don't mind it. And I like spider eyelashes. I want it to be clumpy and long. But I have to put on mascara on my non-existent eyelashes in order for the eyelash strip to stick. And I gotta get hella close to the mirror, so hopefully you guys can see what I do. I look down. Alright you guys, so that is it for the face and eyes and everything. Onto the lips. If I'm not just keeping the Vaseline or like Carmex or something on my lips, I use the NYX Butter Gloss in the color Ginger Snap. I use this. This matches my lips perfectly. It just gives me that extra mwah, you know, type look. That extra just like, you know, type of lip. So I just put this on. I don't wear lipstick. I don't wear liquid lips. None of that. This is about all the color you're gonna get. And once this wears off, it's chapstick from here on out. Alright you guys, so this is the finished look. Super natural, super easy, every day. You can do this in about 10 minutes. Doesn't take long to do at all. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also hit that post notification bell so that way you guys are notified every time I upload a video. And until my next one, you guys, stay true, stay you, and stay positive. Bye guys.